All right, let's go ahead and get this going. Much respect to you all. We have got a topic or two for the morning. Get us going. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and hit this real quick. Just give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. So last night, as I was up, right, and definitely wonderful day to you all, right? So last night I was up and I was on the phone. Right? So I needed, I wanted to get I love being able to have a woman's perspective on things at time. Let me see how they treating me on here. Okay, let me get this up off of here too. All right, cool. How they treating me? How they treating me? Yeah, it's fading. It's all right. So I had a chance to get a woman's perspective on something, right? And what it is that I've been learning, how this thing works a lot more better. I've been learning this a lot better. So what we're talking about is, should men hold women accountable? Now, I know y'all like, what, this topic, I do get it, So reason why I'm asking is because of this video I'm getting ready to pull up, which, again, if it sparks my attention, hopefully it'll spark yours too. Okay, you guys. So we all ready to do this? I know I am. Just doing a quick check. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, I can let me just do this here. Okay, history. Okay. Boom, do this and do this part. That looks about right. Let me check. Okay. So we're going to listen to this clip right here. Let me see. Shout out once again. Salute to the Daily Wrap Up crew. You all make sure that you go subscribe. Go subscribe to the Daily Wrap Up crew. Oh boy, hold on 1 second. Answer the. Hello. It's all right. I forgive you. You did not know. You didn't know. So this episode I'm getting ready to pull up here. Let me pull up this episode right now so we can get going to this video. I gotta do some photo shoots and a lot of different stuff. Not no professional photo shoot, but I'm getting ready to. There we go. All right, y'all ready? All right, so on this one right here, this right here. Now, what I've noticed is, they gonna mess with this. Yeah, they gonna mess with this live. All right, so look, right. I'm gonna glance in and out of the visuals, just because, I mean, to me, it's no point playing it if it's all scratchy, right? So we're gonna listen, like, so you can hear it, and every so often I'll just like pop it up just so you can get a visual. But yeah, I'm not gonna deal with it like this. I'm just not. Okay, let's go ahead and get to it. Go to the next topic.
You gonna get single advice.
Exactly.
So what I will say about accountability, funny thing is, like, I really did not learn accountability at the level that y'all are talking about it.
You turn off her mic.
Until a man taught it to me. I learned a certain level of accountability that I have never had to exhibit in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, yeah, I can hold my homegirls accountable because I know what it is to be accountable. But I think that accountability is a buzzword. Like, men will probably know it a little bit better, but like, women are not necessarily held accountable. We don't have to be accountable. We can just kind of like skate off shit. It's important to teach women things. Like she was saying, you gotta train your woman.
So what's my view on this thus far? My view on this thus far would be, which I'm, the sister that's going to speak a little bit later is going to break down. Unfortunately, and because of the temperature out here nowadays, the temperature does not allow for. Sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to fix my camera here. That's all. Just want to fix my camera. Okay, so there we go. That's about right. I'm just trying to get my lighting right. The temperature does not really call for that at all. For men to be, I guess you can say, holding, like, what you mean, random, like women in society. Now, some interesting points are brought up as far as what once was. There are some very interesting points brought up in that nature. But my whole thing is, no. Let me see something here. So no, I don't believe that when it comes to that, that is something that you can necessarily do for real. Nah. Reason why is because this don't work. It just don't. You can try it, but it don't work. Let me see something here. Let me see something. Let me just check something real quick. Let me check something. Okay, we in there. No, I just wanted to make sure. So, all right. No, you can't do that. That's something, it's not going to work. I'm going to try to pull this up. Let's get back to the video. Let's listen.
So the topic is to teach a woman accountability, because in that clip, as I just heard, she said that she was just coasting by, life because nobody ever really we got to be honest. Nobody really holds women accountable. Like, you know what I mean? So do you think it's up to a man to teach a woman accountability?
No.
So who teaches?
Why not?
Because I know for me personally, I never liked to take accountability like when I was younger. Like,
I do believe that is most of us, right? Most of us didn't really like to be held accountable. Why? Because, accountable rhymes with responsible. So, I mean, in the younger stage of life, most of us.
I hated that shit. I used to run away from that shit. Hated taking accountability. That's something that life lessons taught me. Like, I had to teach myself how to hold myself accountable, because I noticed that once I didn't hold myself accountable, how shitty it would make me feel. And not only that, the amount of trouble that it would get me in for not holding myself accountable, how many people I would lose in my corner for not holding myself accountable. So it's like, damn, why am I losing all of these people in my corners? Because I wasn't holding myself accountable. So then going through life lessons, then I started to attract people to me, because it's like, okay, you're holding yourself accountable. You have a stable head on your shoulders. I didn't learn that from a man though. I learned that from just self-reflection, honestly.
So
I actually really love what she just said. Because honestly, with me, when some people used to ask me, right? So, I mean, I know they're talking about women being held accountable, but I mean, shoot, I once upon a time had a time in my life where I was on a low level of accountability, right? I do remember those days when I did, when you're talking about help and guidance, there were a lot of things that I did get into. Excuse me, that most people be like, yo, man, you got your, both parents, this and that. And, the things that I used, just getting them, trouble, right? Nothing changed me at all. I did not change for nothing until I chose to. All of the trying to talk to me about something, nope. One day, like who I am developing myself into. And the reason why I say developing is because you're always growing, you're always learning. I had to get sick and tired of myself. I got tired of, let's say running people off. I got tired of all those things. I didn't want nothing to do with any of that. So I do get it. Like when she said that, sometimes like it's a lot of us out here. Can't nobody, your best friend, nobody can stop you from doing it. And it's not that people who love you don't want you to not do it. No, they just know that there ain't no point trying to stop them from. No, I'm trying to tell you, man, I done had hours of long talks. I done took this person out, got them something to eat. We done bonded, went on trips. I'm trying to tell them this, tell them that to, I guess, maybe steer them on a better path, right? And then, they may get off that trip, go home and come right back from the retreat and go right back around the way and do the same thing. It has to take for that person to, that makes it scary in life, right? What makes it scary in life is the fact that you don't never know when that's going to be that time, as in your last day. And so are you guaranteed the opportunity to get it right? No, you're not guaranteed the opportunity to get anything right. Let's get back to the video.
At what point in your life did you realize, like, you know what, damn, I need to really just start holding myself accountable? Like, was there a specific moment in your life where that happened, or you just, as you got older, you just realized I just needed this?
It was when I lost a really good friend of me. Like, I did some bullshit. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna go into depth with what I did, but like, I did some bullshit, and I'm like, nah, hell no, I ain't do that. Like, I ain't care. You like, you wrong too. Like, feel me? But I didn't hold myself accountable in the situation. Yeah, she knew that we were both wrong, but it's kind of like I was just putting the blame on her. It wasn't necessarily on the both of us. I wasn't holding myself accountable. So in that event, I lost a good friend. And after that, I'd done some reflecting, and it's like, okay, I needed to hold myself accountable in this situation. I was dead wrong as well. Even though she was wrong, I was dead wrong as well. And this situation didn't have to transpire the way it did if I held myself accountable. So a lot of things, like I said before, women to take accountability in the men that they choose. I can take accountability in the men that I choose. I've chose some shitty men. Like, I need to take accountability for that, because it's like,
Nelly, you listening to us?
I'm
Oh, okay.
I need to take accountability for that, because it's like, all right, I chose this shitty ass guy, and then I'm over here blaming him. But I put myself through that shit. So
now let
I
me
need to
ask you this, man. What's you all's thoughts behind, if you know that you're a dope person, you know that you got that vibe, energy, frequency, you know that you got your shit together. Is it when, say, you get with someone and the relationship doesn't work out, is it strictly on that person? Or is there a part of it that, you know, is there something with you as well? I question myself many times on that. Is it really just that I'm this like super awesome guy who just keeps getting the short end of the stick? Or is there possibly a connection in with the people that I do wound up getting with? Is there a connection? You see? So that's just something for me. That's just me. I think about that. You don't have to. That's something for me personally. You can take it if you like, but yeah, let's go.
take accountability for that. I chose that shitty ass guy. So I need to take that L at the end of the day. It's not...
I've never heard a woman say the word accountability so much until this conversation. So I appreciate you for holding yourself accountable. And let me go with Nelly real quick. What's your thoughts on it? You think a man should teach a woman accountability, or when should a woman learn when did you learn accountability? I asked a lot of questions.
You know what? I would say a man can teach a woman accountability. The thing is, not through words, more than likely. You know, maybe during a moment of clarity. You know, maybe during a moment of clarity, they go ahead and you know, have dialogue. A man can teach a woman accountability when that woman respects that man and pays attention to that man enough to where his actions, what he does, it's not about sitting down like, hey, look, you know, let me tell you something and finger pointing. I hate this right here. I hate the finger point on both sides. I just hate people that finger point. It's just, so that man can actually teach her accountability through how it is he operates. Yeah. If he's functioning right and he's moving right, that woman automatically, just through paying attention to him and keeping up with him, you know, she probably will follow suit. So when she notices that that's the way he does things in society, maybe she's experienced times where he was actually wrong, but he didn't he didn't sit there and try to pussyfoot around it. No, he just went on ahead and took care of it. That could be a form of that, possibly. Yes, I do believe. But all that just thinking you going just let me tell you, no, because see, women and all of that shit dead in the water, man. Shit dead in the water.
I mean, yeah, I feel like with everything we go through, like friends, everything, you know, we should have accountability of the situations we put ourselves in. Yeah. You know, sometimes we might not see it at the moment, but after you realize, after you go through something, you're like, wait, hold up, maybe I had a gut feeling about that, so maybe I should have trusted my gut feeling. Right. So yeah.
Do you think women hold themselves accountable?
I don't honestly that girl said on the video, like girls like to skate through things. I don't think so. I feel like girls just do what they want to do, what makes them happy at the moment.
Nah, I just kind of was smiling because look at sis face in the middle. Look at sis face in the middle. She has the look on her face like, I don't know, sis. I done skated off quite a few things myself. I don't want to speak to that. I know what my experiences have been, but I'll let the women speak for it because they up there. Let them talk for themselves. Let's go. I'll holler at the fellas.
And I feel like certain girls, they're just, a lot of girls are just so careless. Like they move careless, like with their friends, with their man. And it's just not enough realness out here. I don't know. That's my thing about it.
Yeah,
but I did have to learn accountability, like going through my bad relationships. You know, I did have to learn about it and understand, like, listen, like,
I'm picking the wrong niggas, like I'm saying.
Not even that. just giving chances and chances over and over again. Like, I had to stop doing that. And I had to be like, listen, like, what's my problem? Like, I really gotta stop being so nice. You get what?
You want to know what it is? You know, this is why I'm so big on courting properly, right? So look, right, with what she's saying, and I'm noticing this with the women, period. Now, this is one side I do peep. It's not always because you was just a perfect angel, sis. Sometimes it's just things within you too. Maybe there are some areas of life that have not been resolved yet. I know I probably might lose 20 whole subscribers because I said that. So what? Look, anything I've learned in life, I had to go through that myself. And you know what I had to realize? I had to realize that, did I get locked up because, for example, I'm such the wonderful guy out of all my friends. All the rest of my friends are street dudes, and because you know something, I used to deny that for a long time. Did you know that? I ain't want to use that as something cool. I used to deny that until one day it hit me. It's like, bruh, you've been doing dirt with these people. You hang with these people. You've been incarcerated with these people. You've went to court with these people. You hang with these people, all of that. How are you not, who it is you hang around? So finally I got to the point in life, I'm like, nah, man. I'm a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to accept that to get up out of that. As long as I kept on denying that, I might still be in that stage. I mean, there's some street qualities still in me, of course, but nah, man, settle down, dad, at this point. We chilling. I just like to have fun, go to good cookouts, I like to enjoy myself at this point in life. I don't have time for none of that. So I do get what's being said, but honestly, like, the company you keep, are you really separate? Like, how we'll say with the women, right? It's the good girl that's hanging out with the hoes. I don't like 304 with the hoes, right? Okay. Is she really the good girl? Or is she the undercover one of them? She could really be the good girl though. That's just like, that's my friends. They do what they do. I got some homies that do a whole lot of extra stuff I do not do, and they really are just my homies. And they do some things I'm like, bro, I don't get down like that. I'm not entertaining that. No. Yeah, that does take place too. Let's keep on listening. But men holding women accountable. I was on when I was on the phone, and as we were speaking, I'm being told like, not even me. I'm like, yo, you are a dope sister. Like, you got it. She was like, I can't say nothing to them. They chew me out. Now, mind you, she don't do no social media, nothing. She don't do no camera. She don't do none of that shit. She's talking about her friends and like colleagues in real life, right? But she don't want no parts of this, which I absolutely, that's what I'm loving the most. She do not want to be in these spaces. She just likes to watch. Because she recognizes the poison that's in. It's toxic, it's poison. She knows this, and that's dope. That's super dope. But like, I'll tell you right now, I don't know if it's always just the simple fact of I'm so great and, you know, I'm hanging with you that's not so great. Nah, I could be birds of a feather. So when you get with somebody, is it always that you was this sole perfect person and you were the sole victim? Is there never a time where possibly both of you were the victims? That person probably was traumatized too by some things throughout that whole duration of whatever it is you all had going on. It's not, always just something went so wrong with you. It's not always the case. Now, the reason why the word accountability is so big, because if you have zero of that, you'll never see your part in it. You'll never know that you did have a lot to play in why things did not go how they should have went. You do have a part to play. Yes, you do. And for the record, God damn it, Jim, I almost forgot. Yo, this is a general ass live, y'all. It's a topic. I'm talking about a topic and nothing else. Just for the damn record, yo. All right, so let's have a good day. Let's go and get back to this video. Much respect to you all.
What I'm saying?
Naive.
Yeah, naive.
What's your thoughts on this? You gave me the DeAndre Jordan look. Like she was like, I don't know. Accountability. I ain't trying to talk about this. So
no, because I feel like I have accountability
issues.
Yeah. Because you know what? I don't know. It's just my personality. It's just me.
Let me let her finish, and I want to say something behind that.
I just really don't like being wrong.
Sometimes in life, that's really all people be wanting. Yo, it ain't that big a deal. That was gorgeous. Yo, sis, guess what? That's that first step. You just admitting it. You just simply, you know what? Nah, I can admit, I don't like being wrong. And you got some people, they can't live it down. You got some people like, for example, right? So I'll give this example. Because again, when I do speak directly about a person, I'll make it clear. My father. I think I've told this story multiple times, but for those who might be new. My father, right? Dad would blame me for something, right? I know you left this, blah, blah, blah. Because I was the one usually getting into things. Come to find out, those few times, it wasn't me. Only the few. And he was, da-da-da. I know you did it. No, I'm telling you, I didn't. And whenever Dad found out that I was not the one who committed the crime in the home, right? It was one of my other siblings, or even my mother probably forgot to whatever. Oh no, that was me. I put that in there. Dad don't never say I'm sorry, because he hates being wrong. Once he has it convicted in his mind, that's what it is. He don't care if God himself gave him a heavenly crystal ball that when the clouds inside of it cleared, it literally showed him step for step what actually happened. He would probably still be like, whatever. It won't be you know what, I'm sorry, my bad. I do notice that now, apologizing. I notice the people that have the hardest time with apologizing are the people who have the toughest time accepting it. You ever thought about that? You really think about the people who like, man, you know, but it's okay. Like not saying they a pushover, but you know, some of us in life, yo, we don't have time to like be holding on to every single moment that something didn't go right, yo. I'm telling you, you talking about burnout central. Burnout central. You talking about burnout central, yo. I don't have time for every single waking moment that is something going on. I gotta be so quick. Let me look at this real quick. I gotta be so quick to say something. Person is doing everything. They genuinely, sincerely are apologetic, and they really are on some like, I ain't about to do that no more. But for some reason, I gotta hold that on them. Me personally, everybody's different. Me personally, I don't operate like that. It's too much. It's too much of a burden on my heart to be holding on to every teeny incident in life. Bruh, you gotta let some of that shit go. Like dead ass, nah, man. Look. I know. That was some bullshit, but no, just come on. Nah, F all of that. Let's just go, bruh. Let's just go. I don't care. So what? Let them talk. It's all right. Sometimes you just gotta move forward, man. You don't have time for that. This is when you learn, when you get that discernment, because every instant is not worth you responding to. You actually lower yourself. You don't look big and strong and mighty. Sometimes you responding to every teeny little incident actually shows a weakness. It shows that you lack the strength to be able to ignore, to walk away. You see? Let's get back to the video. Thank you all for watching.
I'm working on it. Let me tell you.
I swear to God, I was getting
Shut
I knew y'all
up.
was going to blame it on the Zodiac.
I'm
I knew y'all was going to blame it on the
Scorpios are
Zodiac.
toxic.
Yeah.
We're
We're
most
not.
toxic
I'm
people.
not toxic. Stop it. Anyway,
What's with that? I wonder. I have heard that a lot. Like, why does everybody, like me being a Scorpion, what does that mean? I don't understand. Watch this. I'm a Scorpion. Okay. I'm a Scorpion. November, baby. Early November. I have discipline. I don't run around just trying to put my in everything. You know how many times I was asked, are you gay? Why? Simply because I'm like, shawty, I'm good. I'm chilling. Just maybe because my mind's somewhere else, ain't got nothing to do with anything else. Or it could be, I just don't want you. I'm a whole grown ass Scorpion. Now trust and believe, when I am with the person I'm with, it's no holds bar. But as far as like just being out there slanging and willing and dealing, no, I won't do that. But I just wonder that, I see that a lot. I see that so much on social media. Whenever they talk about some bullshit, give me 1 second. I need to grab my gun. My bad. Squirrel knocked over a bin out back. Should nothing be out back. Now I didn't know what that noise was. So we don't check unarmed. You shouldn't either. Keep yourself protected. Let's go. All right, so now that we're done with that false alarm, let's go ahead and get back to this video. But I like what's being said though. I lost track of what I was saying. That whole everything just, squirrel hopped in my recycling bin.
I'm not
the one with
toxic.
the sugar.
Okay, let me tell you. I don't have a sugar daddy. It's not a sugar daddy. What? Listen, anyway.
You just say that. Whatever.
Anyway, let me tell y'all.
There she
Anyway,
go, not taking
I do
accountability.
feel like shut up. I feel like it depends in like different contexts. Like I did learn, like growing up, I learned accountability within friendships at a young age because I had a lot of falling outs by middle school. Like I already had a whole bunch of falling outs. So high school. So by the time I got to college, I knew how to like act and be a better friend towards people, and like I guess take accountability for certain things. But when it comes to relationships, that's something I still have to work on. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yes, I'm not going to lie. I still have to work on that. Like,
Why is there a difference though?
Because I feel like you said, like, and I do agree with what she's saying. Like, girls, we're not used to taking.
It could somewhat be, listen, possibly in a psychological way. I'm taking a guess. Don't nobody try to shoot my head off because it's just a guess. It could be also too somewhat of a pretty privilege, maybe, if you want to call it. Because if you someone like ever since you were young, like, oh no, just let her, she can do this, she can do that, blah blah blah, then that is something that can take place. You can wind up growing up and so think about it. You might have been the one throughout your siblings where, I don't know, mom, dad kind of let you slide, you the cutest little baby girl. Look at them cheeks. Oh, look at them cheeks, right? You get older. Now you're going through the same type of scenarios, just at a higher stage in life. Now, all of a sudden, you're trying to figure out why people saying something to you that you probably haven't heard too much before growing up. Is this all women? No, we don't do that over here. Some women might have gone through that. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep going.
Like, we're
Feel
so
like,
ready to move
yeah,
on.
like, because I'm so used to guys always being the one to apologize. Like, I'm just used to that. That's the thing. Like, guys are usually
That's true.
because they're the head, we expect them to come with flowers.
I'll tell you exactly why. Because usually we don't want all the argument. We don't feel like this dragging out. Oh my gosh, man, we still going through this back and forth on the phone, whatever. We just don't want to. Ladies, let me tell you a secret. You know how many times men have admitted to something they really didn't do? They just wanted the argument to stop. They just wanted it to stop. They got tired of just the badgering. It's like, yo, okay, fine. You ever heard, like, for example, like in interrogation rooms, right? Don't you know how they say a person can be acquitted from a charge, right? Because if they happen to, a person can be acquitted for a charge if they make them confess under duress, right? So if they basically literally, like, you've been in there like for 3 days, no food, the whole nine, you're responding out of duress. It's a real thing, ladies. Sometimes we will just say, yeah, okay, fine, yes, because we got tired of telling you 1,000 times. No, that's not the case. We just got tired of it. All right, fine. You want to keep twisting my arm behind seriously, it's like twisting the person's arm behind their back. All right, cool. I'll whatever. All right, fine. So a lot of times when we are the first ones to apologize, I promise you, accountability more than likely is there, right? Accountability more than likely is there, but more than anything else, I promise you, it's because we just want the argument to stop, yo. We don't feel, y'all in our ear real tough, hanging up, slamming doors. We don't want all that shit. But what do I gotta do to make this? It really is what do I do to make it stop? Do y'all know that? Did you know that about us, ladies? A lot of times we do. We just want it to stop. Like, please, can you just calm down? Fine. What do you want me to say? Yes, fine. Okay, yes. All right, whatever. Please, I apologize. Can we move forward? Don't you do that, fellas, because you now just plead guilty to a charge that you never committed. Now you got a felony on your record. So yeah, you wanted to get out of jail faster. Lawyer look over, say, look, I know you didn't do it, but if you just tell them you did, they'll let you go today. It's literally just like that. You just want to get out. You just want to get out the doghouse. You're sick of it. It don't mean what you accusing that person of is necessarily accurate. They could just be like, fine. So look, if I just say yes, will it stop? Okay, fine. Yes. But guess what? They just lied to you. You forced them to lie to you because when they were giving you the truth, you said, no, you're going to tell me what I want to hear from you. And if they did give you the truth and you forced them to give you another answer, guess what? You just made them lie to you just so you can feel better about the circumstance. So now they feel extra horrible for that reason. And listen, I promise you, ladies, don't always think because we apologize first, it's because we know we wrong. It's a lot of times we're like, I know I didn't do a damn thing. I didn't do shit. You going off in your head. I didn't do nothing. No, that's not what it is. No, we can talk about it if you would like, but we will not go in this direction. I don't feel like it. Watch this, people. I'm going to do it again. We're going to do a 7-second test. I'm going to stop talking. You tell me what you hear in my background. 3, 2, 1, go. What do you hear? You don't hear nothing in my background unless I'm talking. That's how quiet my home is because I keep it peaceful and clean. I don't have noise around unless my nephew stop by. No, I got no noise around me. I got plants and fish. They don't talk. My house is quiet. And that's how I like my home. You don't hear music bumping in the background. You don't, none of that. So when I don't want outside to be that disrupts me. Now I'm thrown off. Now my equilibrium spiritually is like thrown off. You're throwing me off course right now. I just want to relax my mind. What do you want me to say? Okay, yes. Can I go sit down and chill now? Oh, okay. Now I got to tell you why I did it. I don't even know what to say because I'm making up the fact that I even told you I did. So now I got to double make up a story. Now I got to fake tell you why I did. So now you're rolling me down this snowball into this avalanche hill of lies. Damn, this shit real. I'll get to the comments in a minute. I want to focus on this video. Thank you all for tuning in.
Or if something went
You
wrong,
wrong,
or
and I'm still bringing you
but
flowers.
you're still gonna, no, I do agree.
The term "be the bigger man" wouldn't
be the bigger man. Yeah,
like, men wasn't apologizing for shit that they didn't need to apologize.
Yeah, it's the truth. Like we catch attitudes, like, and we blame it. It do be that time of the month, but you know what I'm saying? Like we'll do something, have an attitude all day, and you still gotta come kiss my ass. You know what I mean? And that's just something that we like. I feel like as females are conditioned, and I didn't realize it until like recently. Like my past relationships, I see like, girl, just apologize. Like if I would have just apologized, this whole shit would have been blown over because guys don't even be caring about certain stuff.
Oh my goodness gracious. Do you not know how many times, boy? Listen, I'm talking about just period. How many times? How many times, man? Like, yo, like when something happened on that end, I would demonstrate. Oh, I love to demonstrate. Yeah, girl, that ain't nothing. It's all right. I mean, look, I'm just letting you know. I don't blow up and trip over the smallest things. Why, ladies? Because us as men generally, especially this kind of man, we already go through enough shit. Why do I want to pile on more? Well, so I want to keep an argument around the house going with you, and then I got to leave out the next day, and Lord knows what or who I will experience. That's why we so quick to nip in the bud. We want you to remain our comfort, our nourishing peace. We want that beautiful smile. We want those soft hands. That's what we want, right? So let's go ahead and get this going, man. Salute to the family. What's up? There we go. Hold on, let me fix this. I got you. You on mute. Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you on now. Respect to the family. What's going on, love?
Respect. I was just listening because I'm on my commute. and it's boring in this car for this $1,000.
I'm glad I could be of service. All right. Thank you for tuning into your station. All right. Go ahead, though.
Hey, I wanted to say I like what you're talking about, and the reason why I like it is because, and it's so strange because I take a long time to come up with my content, and one aspect of my content that I'm doing soon is about the element of freedom within love, right?
Right.
So I'm breaking down what that really means, but within that, right, when it comes to apologizing is an act of freedom, by the way. And the reason why I say that is because just like as adults, when we're dealing with children, we understand what their issue is. And they might have a legitimate issue to be upset or whatever the case may be, but our ultimate objective is to get to a place where everything's flowing and they're getting what they need and we're getting what we need. So we prioritize the conversations, and we might even ask them, what do you need?
Right.
Not that we don't know or we was in the wrong for not giving them the right thing, but we understand what our goal is. So we're not apologizing to a child, but we are ensuring that what needs to get done gets done for everyone. So that takes a certain level of maturity, because at the end of the day, if you are a slave to your own, let's say, arguments all the time, if you're a slave to making sure that you're right, you're always going to be fighting the person because you're going against nature. So, I'm not trying to fight all the time and be a slave. No. That's yoke around your neck. And I'm not doing that. I like to feel happy, free, flowing.
Yes.
That sort of thing.
Absolutely. I'm trying to tell you, Lo, I'm so serious with this.
Yeah.
Like we don't like, I be making it clear, but yeah, man, like they just don't be getting it. Like, look, you don't even realize it. I told you what you wanted to hear. I just want this noise to stop, yo. That's it. But look, what's your take on, let me ask you this as a woman. So, accountability, was that something that you learned from, like, because I know you got your father in your life. Salute to that right there. Did you learn that from the men in your life, or were you like myself? Because I got my dad too, but I was stubborn. I was hard-headed. I had to learn myself. One day I got sick of either running people off or not being trusted, looked at as irresponsible. I had to get tired of the results. Nobody could say nothing to me, and I got the best backing in the world. Go ahead, though. I digress. My mic is muted.
No, I feel you on that. I'll say this: when it comes to where I learned accountability, I don't want to put it specifically in one place, because part of how I learned accountability was through the non-accountability that I watched my mother take, and how that affected me. The times in her life where she wasn't accountable for herself, and how it had a direct impact on me and my siblings. That's an aspect of where I learned accountability, and why it's important to, one, kind of like make sure that you don't get to a point where you need to be accountable, but even when you are there, you must be accountable, because if you're not accountable, it causes other people to naturally resent you. It does.
Right.
Because even worst type of person, if they take accountability, even though we might still beat their ass or put them in jail, we feel different in the moment, at least, or something. Something.
Yeah.
But I mean, we might not forgive them, but we not going to, if we meant to kill them, we just gonna beat the shit out of them. I mean, stuff. That happened.
Right.
But that's the major place I learned. I would say the major place I learned accountability was from watching someone for years not be accountable, whereas everyone else in my life, like my dad and me being like a teen mom and having to struggle with that, like these experiences helped me understand accountability in real time. Like no one sat me down and said, "Hey, this is what accountability means. This is what happens." Like how I do my sons. Okay. But I had to learn the Ski Max way. They learn in the county way. So,
the county way, you already have.
I'm grateful for my kids. They are good kids, but they haven't really been through what I've been through in life, that hard body learning. They haven't been through that mainly because I did it. So, but yeah, I've learned.
Lola, but watch this though. My daughter has not gone through a fraction of what it is I came up in. Does that not mean we're doing a good job? Are we like, you know what? Nah, pack your shit. We moving back to the hood. I'm gonna put you around here with them back. Yeah, go hang out with Lucretia and Jamar and them, and come back later on. Like, so I hear what you're saying, but does that not mean, because isn't it said we always supposed to give our kids better than what we had, correct?
Yeah, you know what? I had that same thought every time. In my lifetime, I've thought the same thing. And honestly, it occurred to me when I was driving and my son was in the back seat and he said, "Mom, what's drugs?" And I almost stopped, like, boy, don't play on my top like that. Like, what are you talking about?
Just play an old episode of Dare. Just play Dare.
You know what? I should have done that. I should have done that.
Pull up. This is your brain on drugs. Pull up the egg in the pan commercial. Pull up that jump. Go ahead, though.
No, listen. I was kind of baffled in the moment. I should have did that. Legit, I should have did that. Probably still will do that. But he asked me, and I was so confused. Like, why would you ask me such a crazy question? You don't know what drugs is, and you in America. But then I realized I've been shielding my children so hard from everything that I ever thought could harm myself, that to the point they don't even know what it is. And then I thought to myself, am I making my kids pussies? Because they don't hardly have no experiences because they've been sheltered. Like, they don't have that they just don't. So I felt like, well, is it that I need to let my kids know what the city life is like? But then I realized, everybody dying on the corner that I drove past last month. Like, so I don't know. I've had that question, but I feel like, yes, I am doing my job, but at the same time, it's just like a butterfly in a cocoon. You can help it get out of that cocoon if you like, and that's a nice gesture, right? But if you don't allow that cocoon to fight its way out, when it does get out, it'll be a weakened butterfly, and it'll probably get eaten early, and it won't survive because it didn't have that time to fight, to get through. And I don't want to make life easy for my children, but at the same time, I have to balance shielding them from themselves and from a world to which they won't totally go rogue. But at the same time, I gotta allow them to go through some stuff. So honestly, I haven't balanced that out.
No, actually, Lola, I think you have. No, because you know what you have gotten them into that does give them the perfect balance of that conditioning without disturbing the innocence. Don't you got the boys in martial arts?
Yeah, Trey.
Don't they learn? Okay, so do that. You learn discipline. Through that, you got to get slammed down on that mat. Last time I seen, they weren't on mat. That was a basketball court. I don't know what they was fighting on. But I said, "Where's the padding?" But my point is, that is a form, because look, I told you she's in Hapkido. Because she's too sheltered. You man, come on, go in there and get kicked in the gut real quick. It's okay, and just get up, baby. I'm right here. No, I'm serious though. But it's by another student, not by So learn as you go. Get a couple bumps and bruises, basically in an innocent way. You get up saying, that hurt, but it wasn't damaging to the psyche because it's a surrounded environment of safety.
Right. You're right about that. Right.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. Nah, but let's you want to get back to the video? I want to hear what you got to say to it.
Yeah, I didn't really hear much, so you might have to commentate for me on that.
All right, so hold on, let me go back to it. Hold on real quick. All right, so basically what the main, so look, I'm just going to go back I'm going to go back 3 minutes, and I'm going to just let it play. You tell me when to pause. So basically they're talking about accountability and can a man teach a woman? That's what I was saying with you, your dad, the whole nine. Can a man teach a woman accountability? And I was saying, thank you. I was already on. I'm like, nah, because half our sisters can't even talk to him. What you think I can say? I'm a whole dad. Try to get my daughter to listen to me right now. I'm serious. Call my phone. Texting, Dad, I'm busy. I said call. Okay. She ain't even left the house yet. What make you think a grown woman in the world? That's why I'm not into that whole trying to like police you, all of that. Nah, but communicate, keep communication open. I shut up. I ain't got nothing to say. I know how to talk to you. We good. We here. So I don't care what's going on, where you at, what's going on, nothing. Real quick, let me get to this before I push play. Salute to my man Maxed Up. Y'all make sure y'all go support my man Maxed Up Troll. Support that man. If you want some just a good laugh, man, some good humor as well as wisdom. Oh yeah, he gonna sneak that wisdom in on you. Martial arts is perfect for kids to learn. Yep, how to fight. And my man, exactly. My twins are black belts. And okay, now Taekwondo and Aikido. My man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You see, it's the perfect way to like, you get to, but look, watch this. But now that you had that safe environment to do it, that simulation teaches you of how to go about life. So now you in the world, you know when to walk away. You in the real world, if your back is against the wall, you know what to do. So that's that perfect plan. But so basically the ladies are talking about how they came across accountability. The sister on the right, I ain't gonna front. Despite her dress up, her get up in the nails, she jive like be talking some dope shit. I gotta give it to her. Because she was basically saying like, nah, I had to learn it myself. Basically, you have to burn bridges. You have to get tired of the consequences before you come to that conclusion. Let's get to it.
People and, like, I guess take accountability for certain things. But when it comes to relationships, that's something I still have to work on. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yes, I'm not going to lie. I still have to work on that. Like,
why is there a difference though?
Why is there a difference, Lola? Is there a difference in accountability if you did your homie wrong, like your bestie, your sis? And is there a difference between when you and your significant other get into something? Is there a difference in when you, like, considering you're wrong in both instances?
Right. Yeah, I'm going to say yes, and I know how that sounds, but it is a difference. And the reason why is because the closer you get to the heart, the more subjective it is. Therefore, somebody can subjectively find more than enough reason to justify how they feel and or what they needed to do because of how they feel versus, for instance, with your best friend, how you feel doesn't go as far with your best friend, another man, for instance, as it would with
True. As opposed to who I'm laying with. Nah, that's very true. The intimacy does intensify the reaction. Nah, that's a yeah. Troll hear you. Nah, you want one. Let's push play.
Because I feel like you said, like, and I do agree with what she's saying, like, girls, we just we're not used to taking I just feel like, yeah, like, because I'm so used to guys always being the one to apologize. Like, I'm just used to that. That's the thing. Like, guys are usually because they're the head, we expect them to come with flowers. If something went wrong,
and I'm still bringing you flowers.
You're still gonna, no, I do agree.
The term "be the bigger man" wouldn't be a thing. Like, men wasn't apologizing for shit that they need to apologize.
Yeah, it's the truth. Like, we catch attitudes, like, and we blame it. It do be that time of the month, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll do something.
Are we still allowed to give women the excuse of it's that time of the month if we pass 30? I don't think that should be an excuse. I think personally you've had more than enough cycles to know how to respond by now. You know to go get your green tea and salt, your tomato slices. Look, just
I'm not gonna be too hard on the conversation of the cycle because for me, I've never had emotional swings my entire life on my cycle. I don't know what that feels like to feel extra irritable right now for literally no reason versus I've never had my hormones have never did that switch thing in terms of my monthly cycle. However, I know several women that they go through a lot when their cycle is on. They have to eat different food to maintain. Like, one of my friends, she has to eat all meat because if she don't, she'll be tired. That irritability will be there because on top of the tiredness, like it'll be a lot. Versus me, nothing happens with me, so I give them the cycle a little bit. I shut up on that for right now. But the next point, not so. Yeah, no.
Not so much. I bet. Okay, so let's get back to it. Let's go.
have an attitude all day and you still gotta come kiss my ass. You know what I mean? And that's just something that we like. I feel like as females are conditioned, and I didn't realize it until like.
It's true because of growing up. If you had siblings, especially, I remember my father saying crazy stuff, giving me and my sister chores, my baby sis, right? So boom, let's just say it's us in the house. My older sister and brother, they gone or something, and so we in the crib. Smitty, Shelly, come here. Yeah, Dad. We both go to him. All right, I need both of y'all to do something. All right, Dad. Now, mind you, I'm probably like 12. Shelly like 5. Shelly, go get me some lemonade. Mike, get up there and fix the roof. It's a leak. What? Hold on. So all she got to do, so listen. So when y'all get older and y'all feel like you can get away with everything, once upon a time, you got the easy jobs. I had to do everything tough. And whenever something was blamed, I got the hit. I always had to take the hit. So I'm just saying that growing up, I do believe that when they have siblings, and if you are that golden baby, that especially the baby girl, man, the things you get away with, you're going to grow up into society. Yeah, you're going to think you can get away with. Yes, there will be a connection with, why am I all of a sudden being held? This has never happened. That can happen. Go ahead, Lola. I know.
Well, I'll say this. It's a double-edged sword. Because in one instance, we want women that's been brought up by their fathers, right? But at the same time, there's something that come with that. Meaning, the way he brought her up is exactly how your father did your sister. She get the light work when she in trouble. She not really in trouble. Yeah. If he gotta apologize, if a tear shed, that's just what's gonna happen because he don't want to see his baby crying. She get away with like murder, watching other people not do it, so she knows she better. She expecting that treatment from any man in her life, and other men don't have that same view of her that her father had. So she has just very much trouble. But this is what I'm saying: it's a double-edged sword. You want a woman raised right, but keep in mind, most men spoil the fuck out their daughter simply because they like how it feels to do that. And now, if you grow up, it's gonna be a different conversation.
All right, let's get back to it.
Recently, like my past relationships, I see like, girl, just apologize. Like if I would have just apologized, this whole shit would have been blown over because guys don't even be caring about certain stuff. If I would just apologize because I was never wrong for my attitude, you right. My mouth is crazy. You right. I should.
You have no idea how many times all of it, the whole week of argument could have been deaded in just 30 seconds just from that. And you know what? When you say that, generally us as men, you know what we do? We turn right around behind you and we be like, yo, you know what? I apologize too. We would turn around after you say that. We gonna put it on us. We gonna be like, you know what? Nah, maybe I should have not have. You know, we're not gonna be like, yeah, do that shit no more.
Really, it's the same mentality that men have with their daughters. When they see the little girl giving even an inch, they feel the need to make her feel okay.
Yes, I want you to feel. Yes, I don't want you to be upset. Like y'all, like get that. I want to fix it.
Right, that part. But see, I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched my father kind of be different with me as he did with my mother. With me, he was like that, but with my mother, he was like
all right.
My father was like, he treated my mother like, listen, I got the money. At any given time, you can be homeless. Like, don't come at me left for real because I'm gonna be nice, but don't push it. Like, but with me, my sisters, it was a whole different deal. But see, I like how my father treated me, right? And I did look for men to treat me that way, but I realized that I didn't like how he treated my mother. But that's how men see me. Like,
but don't we see that nowadays? Hey, fellas or ladies, no matter if you and that man are not getting along, his relationship with that child will always be different. That's all you just explained from what I heard, you know, in a nutshell.
It is. I'll say men do, to a degree, feel the need to daddy their wives or their girlfriends or whatever, to a degree. But that's what you're talking about. At the end, where she apologized, where she majorly wrong, he'll come and make up some shit that maybe he did wrong and he could have apologized for. Whereas he know he didn't do shit he needed to apologize for. It's all her this time.
Thank you. No, I'm saying thank you. That's all. No, keep going. I'm sorry. Let me mute. Nah, you. Oh, okay, yeah.
I've had to do that because I just felt like it was only right. If somebody's apologizing, I learned more from trying to figure out what could I have done better. Even if I wasn't in the wrong, what could I have done better? So that's how I take it, and I'm a woman. So I understand men are typically, they're the leaders, so they have to be more mature and do that even if it's irritating. But what you said is 1,000% true. It's not like, what you're saying is like isolated to certain types of men. No, that's all relationships at this point.
Okay, hold on. I'm typing real quick. Hold on, real quick. Let me push play on this. I want you to read the back chat. I want you to read that. All right, hold on.
Then I said that. If I would have just did that, we would have been good. You know what I mean? So I do know that like that's something I gotta work on.
Yeah, if women.
Oh shoot, my bad.
If women came to this realization, I think relationships will last a lot longer.
No, see, that's the. We could sit here and say that and blame them, but we are responsible for that. You know why? Because we keep fucking bowing down to this stupid shit and allowing.
We do. It's true. We like it's so much. It's so, like we do, because again, ladies, it all goes back to, believe it or not, we don't want to argue with you. We don't. Why? Because we know we never win. It doesn't work. We know how that movie ends. It doesn't work. I'm not going to get the last word. It's not going to be, I'm going to walk off and you like, damn, babe, you right. No, it don't work that way. I'm going to get all kinds of, you don't understand me. F this. See, I should have picked better. See, my mama told me. You're going to get everything under the sun, at least that moment. In the midst of that moment, you're going to get basically this. This is what you're going to get in the midst of that moment. You thinking you really dropping some bombs like, yeah, I'm saying this, I'm saying that. Then she turn around and hit you with one of these. That was me standing behind the cross hiding. See, I'm praying. I was. You didn't see me. I was kneeled down. See, I ran when she morphed. And that's what y'all don't get. We don't want all of that. We just want to chill, man. What do you think? Why do you think the number one thing is for a man, right? As stereotypical as it is, but really peep the deep message with it. Can I just have the remote and a sandwich? That's how simple. See, that's quiet. That means I want to chill. It's not a bring me this forward. No. Because first of all, I like to make my own sandwiches because I don't trust you to do it. You're not gonna make the spread right. It's all about the even spread of everything. And I don't know if you're gonna toast the bread. I'm just saying. I mean, because I like my bread toasted a certain way. God dang it! I'm sorry. You gotta have the right amount of stack on that thing, and you gotta put the chips in the middle just right. All right. I don't want the chips on the side. I want it in the sandwich. But anyway.
Okay.
Trust me, every man knows what I'm talking about. I promise you. Ask yo man. He know about them chips in the sandwich. I got a comment right here.
He getting them in that bag. They gonna stay in that bag.
Like all day. Come on now. Let's get back to it, man. I digress. My mic is muted.
On them not to hold themselves accountable, still trying to be the bigger man, and all they doing is offering us pussy after instead of saying they sorry or doing something different, they're gonna do the same shit, have an attitude about the same shit, and all you getting back is the same pussy you got yesterday.
Well, me personally, I take accountability. Like when I'm in a relationship and we have a bad argument, it's a bad falling out, and I might say some shit that's out of line. I took accountability on my part before he even apologized.
Got you. Go ahead, fam.
So this is, and I'm not saying her intentions was in the wrong place, but I don't like that. The brother is talking about the legitimacy of the concept, right? And he's not perfect at all. I hate when people take a general concept and then want to personalize it where it benefits them in a conversation instead of I don't like that, because it takes away from one, the learning, two, it takes away from the overall crux of the matter. Because what he's saying is accountability, right? is the only thing separating what I'm getting from you and the next female. That's
Right.
it. You don't
Right.
have to come back. She really don't have to come back on that and try to justify that. That is in itself the justification. Because, and I was telling this to somebody the other day. I said, at the end of the day, right, being pretty is a prerequisite, like it's been said before. Everything you doing either can be paid for, or another trillion people is trying to get is in the same position. You gotta recognize what is unique about you and zone in there. What is he getting from you that he can't get from the next chick just as easily? And a lot of times the only thing is, like he said, is an intangible thing like accountability, softness, forgiveness. You see what I'm saying? Being able to interpret what needs to be said versus what doesn't need to be said. If you a beast with your mouth, like Shorty said, she said my mouth is reckless. Bitch, get the fucking line at the pimp shop for real. Cause it's like, yo, I hate when people say that my mouth is a beast. Never mind, let me stop.
When haven't that's what I'm saying, and that's why we want it to stop. You think I haven't gone through the dragon before? You think I haven't walked through that dark cave and had to fight the Cyclops? Yes, I have, and I've still yet to reach the golden fleece. I'm trying to get the golden fleece, and I will continue my stride. But I get you on that.
She should have just left well enough alone, and she should have just told him that what he said is 1,000% true. But a lot of people think they can circumvent the ramification of what he is saying. Like, if you show a man that no matter how much he do for you, the only thing he gonna get is the same repetitious vagina that he been getting. Listen, the ramifications of that is he gonna start smelling other people's vaginas. The ramifications of that is he going to build resentment towards you. He won't be taking you on those amazing dates and buying you all those amazing crab legs, whatever. Like, he gonna stop doing that. And the thing is, when he stopped doing that, now you gonna feel like, you know, he being a different person. He's not a different person. He's being what nature said he should be to you.
God
but
damn it, now.
you think you can circumvent, as the other girl said, the outcome of not being aware and not really being fully a woman. You're not a full woman if you can't read a room. You're still a child operating like a bull in a china shop. You're still a kid in your mind. That is, you got the body of a woman, but the mind of a child. And most men can't differentiate that because they really like the body, but the mind is what really get put niggas behind jail. That's what be getting locked up. So. I mean, it's a hard thing. Now, real men understand that. A real man can appreciate your body, but if your mind, if he can tell, if he mature enough, he can tell your body, your mind ain't where it need to be at based on your body. Most men gonna wear a condom at least, or just leave you alone. But
no, that's me.
You know,
That's me. I know, because I again, I've said it earlier, real quick. I've been asked, "Are you gay?" Because they just could not fathom the way they look. And I'm saying, nah, sure, it's what you said out your mouth, believe it or not. Nah, this you
right.
You thought what you said was gonna be cute to me. Nah, that wasn't cute. That was a turn off, short. I don't know what you thought that was. Yep.
That part. That part. I've seen that in real life. That part. You say some old wild stuff, and then to you, because you immature, you think you being cute, and somebody think, oh, she excited, and in reality, all you did is let them know long term, you about to be more than a problem. That's all you did. So, actually, I've had that happen to me. I've been on dates with guys and cool people, but then they say one thing, and I'm like, oh no, I know what that equals. Nah, we good, bro.
Yeah.
Let me pay for the tip.
Yep. Yep. Facts. Let's go.
Apologizes. I'd be like, you know what, babe? I said something wrong. I apologize for that. I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have had an attitude. This whole thing didn't have to go the way it did. If we could have came to an understanding sooner, if we saw eye to eye sooner,
weren't we all taught what was right from wrong as children?
Mm-hmm.
So in that same aspect, why can't we hold ourselves accountable when we did something wrong? If you know what's right from wrong, why the fuck can't you hold yourself accountable?
Right.
Lola?
The reason why is because, yes, let me say this. everybody ain't taught right from wrong. Okay, when you send your children to school and you realize you're doing everything as a parent, but other parents ain't doing the same thing, and your child the only one that give a damn about doing the right thing, you realize real quick that no, every child ain't being taught to do the right thing right from wrong. Some parents let their children run a fucking muck. Some parents let their children scream on them. Some parents, they don't.
Hey, hold on, Lola. Nah, keep on talking.
Okay.
Keep on
They
talking.
don't. They really don't. So when he say that, that's a hard assumption on his part. You was taught right from wrong. Some people legit don't know that it's wrong to treat somebody who handing you food bad because that's a liability. They might spit in your shit. Some people don't really know. But it's like he assuming that. So, but I'm not saying he can't, but he is assuming that. And then to say, well, you should know when to take accountability. Nah, that's a misnomer. Some people are legit thinking that they are correct. So to say, well, I'm gonna take accountability, you gotta actually understand or have the capability to understand where you were wrong and why. Because some people know they wrong when their girl step away from them because all they want is their girl with them, right? They don't understand, no, you're not wrong because she's willing to step away. Because she might even stay through your bullshit. You're wrong because as a man, You see what I'm saying? So that happens quite a lot. So he can't sit and say, well, you're an adult, you should know right from wrong. Like, no, sir. Unfortunately, that's an assumption.
Now, when you said that about the kids, I'm just going to play this quick short clip. We're going right back to the video. It's so funny you say that because I found this morning. Let's look. Let's take a look. What's this, Lola? Now, listen to the white lady in the background. First of all, I want to hear at the end of this, what would you do if you was the mama or if you was the aunt or anybody? Oh, look. Somebody child throwing a fit in a grocery store. Now, these are all adults. When you was talking about whether everybody wasn't raised taught right or wrong. Let's go.
Well, whoever she's with, Did you hear somebody say, let her do that? Did you hear that in the background? Did y'all hear that in the background? There was somebody saying, let her do that. That's not my kid. That's not your child. Let her do that. Ooh. Come back, Preach. We need you to come back. There's more. You hear what I assume is a
you got it right. Yeah.
I can't and I won't. That shit it's bubbling up. It's my ancestors bubbling up in me. First of all, I wouldn't be at that point because I understand children can get to that point. I wouldn't ever raise my children to where they could ever get to that point. That's one. So it's like it's called preemptive parenting at some point. But see, the thing is, just to be honest with you, let's suppose, because none of my children, like, first of all, y'all, for generations, me, my children, my grandmother, great, we ain't never did no shit like that. But if, let's say I was babysitting my nephew, or, cause yeah, my nephew, he was crazy sometimes. Let's suppose I had him, right? And he tried some shit like that. He already know, like, yo, you belong to the wrong one. Like, if I was that lady, yeah, I'm gonna let you get away with that. But because you fucking with me, understand, I might not fuck you up in that store, but I'm gonna yank your ass up. And when you get home, yeah, I'm fucking you up. I'm straight up fucking you up. And if you don't like it, you can tell your mama. Okay? You can tell your mama if you want to. Okay? But listen, you ain't fucking with me and not getting fucked up doing no shit like that. And here's the thing, the person who said let the child do it, let me have your credit card so I can pay for that merchandise. I wish to God somebody would say some shit like that. I would have told that lady right there, shut the fuck up, yo, unless you paying for shit. Don't be talking about let her destroy somebody else's property. Like, I'm being so sincere. But let me say this, because then I gotta hop in and go right in this field. Here's the thing. That little girl, that was millions of little girls back when we were coming up. That's about 40 years old right now.
Yeah.
That's who's out here in the dating market. Little girls that did that. A lot of. That's who you're dealing with. So when he say, well, you should know right from wrong. Why would that little girl? How could she know right from wrong when she got strangers saying let her tear up things? She the type of girl that will end up on a reality show fighting everybody. She's the type of girl that'll sit and stand in your face and punch you because she ain't like something you said and then think you crazy for punching her back or calling the police.
Right.
That type. You see what I'm saying? She that type.
Wow.
And see, I'm not, she's the type that don't have no respect for the law. She'll sit and have the police jump on her at a stoplight. So stop thinking that just because somebody is 30, 40, or even 50 years old, that they understand right from wrong, when you know that at their genesis, they were allowed to do things in their mind that they never could understand. Well, why shouldn't I act out? This is the right thing to do because you're here and my emotions matter. So why, when their base understanding is that, they're gonna, as an adult, carry on with that, and it's just gonna get worse. So, like, come on, like here's the thing: that little girl might go to school and do that, right? There's other children there too that will readily fight that little girl because they feel in the same way. But when she get older, grown men ain't gonna really feel the need to hit her back as readily because there's jail time involved. But I'm telling you now, like, if more men understood the problem with parenting and how that, like, kind of cycles around, like we were saying earlier, when you're a good parent as a father, there's things that come along with that other men in the next generation got to deal with. Same thing here. When you a fucked up parent and let your child do fucked up shit, with this little girl, she gonna fuck up as an adult and do the same shit these girls on the three little girls here. She gonna be one of them. Talk about I don't know what accountability is, or I do and I don't do it sometimes. She gonna be one of them. You feel me? Like, that's why when it comes to, like, when children commit crimes, put their parents' face up there. Let the parent have to be sued by the state at this point, because you cannot tell me that your child is running around with a gun in their hand under the age of 18, just indiscriminately killing, and they didn't learn, and that was not.
Oh no,
they didn't learn anything.
Lola, they should be charged if your child is under the age of 18 flashing guns and talking about smoking on the next parent's child online. I'm talking about some of this online should be shut down because that's where it starts. So I'm talking about before we even get to the streets. I've been seeing 14-year-olds just like this. Just like this. First of all, why would you do this? Because it can drop at any moment. You gotta switch on it, so then it can just all over the floor. Listen, I don't understand. Don't get me started. Go ahead.
That's what happened. That's what happened my first day of school when I started going to public school and high school. That's what happened the first day. Somebody shot themselves having a gun on them. But see, this is what I'm saying. Like, as parents, a lot of the shit that our children are okay with is our fault. Like, and when they get 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, their parenting, it starts to show more. So if you grow up as a female, because I'm a female, and all you know is your mother fighting on you, your mother cheating, you being sexually assaulted, and your mother not having enough strength to not want to leave the dude that's doing it or do anything, your father not there to protect you. This is what you are carrying into the public for the public to deal with. And every parent should be held accountable for this bullshit when we catch it. Because we ain't always gonna catch it. But when we catch it, hold the person, as they say, the head of the fish, hold the head of the fish of it accountable too. Because right now we holding people accountable. No, if they are children, let's say under 27, okay, put their parent up there. You know, I don't care if you're a step parent, foster parent, grandparent, if you're responsible for this person and they out here being a menace to society, you gotta pay up. I need your taxes for 10 years, 5 years, something, because no, y'all, no. It's no. I no, gotta do something about this. We gotta deal with it at the root. That's what that is. Deal with it at the root.
You smack on point with that. I'm gonna say this before you go, Lola. You are technically a female, but always, Lola, you are a grown ass woman, and you conduct yourself as such, and always refer to yourself as you are a grown ass woman. Okay, lady. All right. You was a female when you was a child. You have elevated, you have morphed, you have cracked the chrysalis. Okay. All right. Now fly within your mode. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. All right. And that's what I'm sorry. I gotta encourage it, because I keep doing spills on it. Now we ain't males and females. We are grown ass men and women, and we will hold ourselves and walk in that light. And you do so, sis. So I had to give you your crown on that. So respect to that.
Gotcha.
All right, now you already know, fam. So go ahead, man. Go ahead. Get your butt in that office. Do what you got to do. I got this.
All right. See y'all. Have a good one.
You already know. Much respect to the family. Okay, now. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get back to it. Now, we're going to finish out the rest of this. And I got one last video that somewhat connects. So we got the brother talking about, listen, don't you know how they say, dudes, we want men like our mothers. This man said we want men like our grandmother. Yeah. He said we want women like our grandma. Let's get into that. So let's finish this video out. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. What you say? All this Northeast stuff going on sound like Baltimore. It is. No bull. You know what I'm saying? You just had to go. Look. You just had to wire up here while Go-Go was playing. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? We was playing Go-Go while the wire was on. Oh, man. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 9:27 a.m. East Coast Standard Time. Thank you all for watching.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, they already explained it, though. They never been in a position
men are
to
worse
hold
than
themselves
women.
accountable.
It's
Well,
pride.
Nelly,
Look at
you was doing good.
It took
You was
me-
doing good.
I'm not gonna lie. I
cannot be honest.
position.
Men cannot be honest. Like, y'all have a problem with being honest and
Y'all have
Are you serious right now, bro?
We got a problem with being honest. Okay, let's take that. I'm going to say this. Listen, just evening things out. Let's own this, fellas, and say, okay, definitely there are a lot of times where men do lie. I'm not saying it's an excuse, ladies. You have to remember, sometimes we know you can't take what I'm about to say. We know no matter how soft, no matter how nice I say it. And I'm talking about the dumb stuff. I'm not talking about like cheating. Did you take this out the account? Whatever. No. I'm talking about just a little stupid stuff around the house. The little dumb things that irritate, that irk and aggy us. You know what I'm saying? It's either aggy or irky. Nah, yeah, that's something that's real. It's very, very real. So you have to remember, like, again, it all goes back to, if you recognize how much that man values peace, you will recognize through hell and hot water and back and everything. You'd be surprised the lengths that man will go through to keep that peace. Sometimes it's such a battle to decide between telling you the truth and keeping my peace. Do you know that? Do you know how many times we're at that fork in the road of, oh shit, okay, here we go. All right, go to the left, tell her the truth, go to the right and keep my peace. Shit. I can't go down. Nah, it's a brick wall in the middle. I can't climb it. Nah, it goes up to the stars. You get up to space, ain't no air, nigga. You can't. So I gotta go left or right. Y'all don't understand the positions we be put in, man. I swear on life. Oh, so you going to the right? You going to the right? Anybody going to the left? I'm just curious. And I'm only saying this because I want women to understand this about us. We really do be having these thoughts. It ain't got nothing to do with malicious or nothing. It all comes back to that man just wants to keep his peace. I want silence. Not silence, but like, I don't want yelling. I do want laughter. I want smiles. I want to smell good food cooking, whether it's me or you, or we ordered out. Who cares? I just want a good, peaceful, loving, happy environment. I shit you not, ladies. Yes, no matter how cheesy, I don't give a damn. Do you know that that's what most men, that's all we want? We don't want all that extra shit. Don't y'all know how y'all say you doing extra? Man, don't you know how many times we say in our head, yep, I agree. I agree.
Accountability issues too.
Yeah, that's true.
Hello?
There's some men that aren't accountable
It's
for their
not. It's not
actions.
just us.
Open, y'all can't be
That's
real.
very
Y'all have the same.
Like
damn
y'all will
issue.
keep a woman around even if y'all don't even feel them like that.
Because she's allowing me to keep her around, dangling her around. You know, why would I
Hell
kick you to the
no.
curb if you still giving me pussy?
Or how was
that'll,
that?
honey.
What's more important to you, fellas? You okay, sir? You okay? You okay? You all right? What's more important to you, fellas? Just curious. Keeping the vajayjay in your life or your peace. So let's go back to that fork in the road, brick wall in the middle that goes up to the stars. You can only go left or right. Do you keep the headache with the vajayjay, or do you go off with your peace? Just a question for you as a man. Let's go.
She
But
got
I am
what do
not
I
keeping
lose?
you
What do
in-
I lose?
She got to hold herself accountable.
Yeah,
man.
that's
He
it.
not treating me
No,
right.
it
Why
works-
am I here?
yeah,
Like,
it works both ways. I feel like guys really don't like. There's a lot of guys that don't take accountability, like
Mm-mm.
that have not grown to their
There's men that don't hold themselves accountable.
Yeah, like if you
It's
cheated
some
on
men
your
that
wife, there's
they,
some
that
men that don't
they
take
will
that
see
accountability.
That's
not like us in the group, like we will see like something a guy.
My bad. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. All right, so here we go. That was a dope discussion. I appreciate that. Shout out to Lola. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to the Love Experience. Make sure you go subscribe to the Love Experience. Miss Oshun, okay? All right, so let's get to this. So this dude right here, he says apparently, now this video, this is our last clip for the day. It's only about an 8-minute or so video. It's not that long of a video. So we're going to get to this one right here. All right, now. Let me do this. Hold on one sec. Let me pull this up. So apparently we're going to listen to this rapper. He was talking about how, first of all, he was talking about how it's much better dating other women. I don't knock anybody who dates anybody. I don't care who you want to date. My whole thing is to not, at least don't knock your own. That's all. If I like to hang out with Spanish people more, I'm not going to simply be like, yeah, because my own are all effed up. No, only the people I've been around are effed up. That's it. We're not going to do that, right? So go hang out with whoever you want to hang out with, date who you want to date. But that's my only thing I ever say. As long as you can still hold respect for your own, because when you hold respect for your own, it lets me know you still have respect for yourself. See, it comes back to you. Ain't got nothing to do with everything else, right? So let's go ahead and get to this. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm about to pull this video up, right? So, all right, boom. I just gotta go to the. All right, boom. All right, so there we go. All right, I got it, y'all. I got it. Let me see. Nope, it's not that one. It's not that one. Hold on. I'm right here. I just gotta find that specific one. That's all it is. Hold on. Let me go back up. It's right here. Hold on. Where's this dude at? Because I just had it last night. Here we go. Outside. This is crazy. I don't know where it just went. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull it up. Here we go. Nah, they don't have it on here. It was on here. I shit you not. Hold on. Yes, outside, right? But then we also still have, so watch this. Hold on, bump that. I know what I'm about to do. I'm stupid. Sometimes. I forgot to go to my playlist. It's in there. So let me just go to my playlist. So y'all just gonna have to give me 1 second. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. And this quick commercial break is brought to you by, oh my God, is that my wig?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you? Oh, Jesus.
The craziest thing you're not going to believe.
What happened?
So we got a call, somebody's concerned. Are you like an hairstylist or something?
No. I didn't make some chicken strips. Sorry, my breast like chicken strips.
I can't tell. You're
Okay.
So there's like hair hanging out of your tongue?
Oh, my Jesus.
Someone's
Oh,
like,
that's my wig. Oh, hold on. That's not my wig. Hold on. Oh.
oh. You gotta come see it though.
Oh, my Jesus. I got.
You gotta see it though.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, somebody thought there was apparently a carcass in the car because half her weave was sticking out the back of the car. All right, y'all. Here we go. I found it. Boom. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. So let's go back to this right here. Let's go back to this right here. Now, I found this discussion to be interesting. I'm just trying to, my slide is just kind of acting slow. Here we go. Boom. Let's do it. All right, now I'm here. I gotta put this back down, put this back up, and then do this, and then do that, do this. All right, do this. Bow. All right, y'all, we here. I apologize. Thank y'all for your patience, man. I appreciate you. I know. Most of us nowadays as humans, we got the attention span of a goldfish. It's just like 25 seconds. Now, watch this. Fun fact. Did you know that that's a myth? That's a myth. Goldfish actually, well, AKA, what do they call that? Koi. That's all koi is. Koi ain't nothing but goldfish grown in bigger bodies of water. Take your everyday goldfish and put them in a large enough body of water. Watch you have koi. That's all it is. And I don't know why people pay so much money. It's funny. But no, they actually live about 23 years. Did you know that? Did you know a goldfish can live? I know. Isn't it wild? Because none of us are used to having a goldfish over a certain amount of time in our life. Yes. These fish behind me, I've had for about 7 years now. All 7 of them. No, it's about 8 years. Yeah, about 8 years now. Had about 8 years. All 7 of them. Every last fish I bought 8 years ago is still there. It's wild. And they do remember faces. They know how to recollect faces, just like crows do. So they actually do remember you. They know exactly who you are every time you come to that tank, believe it or not. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. So this right here, this dude is like, man, most dudes want women that are like their grandmother. Let's listen to what he got to say.
And it's just different. Way we met looking for a crib. She's a realtor. We met looking for houses. And when we just spoke and we talked, we both been through the bull crap and we just understood what we both want. And we had those talks. I think a lot of times it's about talking and conversing, not physical, but more mentally. You know what I'm saying? So
I want to piggyback off that with Spirit.
So, let me just make sure I read this title. So it says, Jamal Woodward, all right, Dr. Spirit on dating men. Men on dating. Men desire women like grandma, but don't put in work like grandma. So they want to date grandma, but you got to put that work in like grandma. I wonder if they have to wear grandma panties and aprons. I don't know.
I don't want me to just like dump on the younger generation, but I feel like they are missing something with not getting that time, that talk time.
Well, believe it or not, it's different for every generation. And so every generation is dating differently. So one of the things that I say that the millennials have down that perhaps our generation, because I'm in the 40s too. I don't know, you guys are kind of younger maybe, perhaps.
48, I'm right with you.
Shout out to the 80s babies. We are the best.
Okay, stick it out. So we all here. Right. So, but with the millennials, they have more what we call egalitarian relationships, where they are equal in how they do things, equal division of labor inside the home, outside the home. They're saying, I have my own bank account, I have my own friends, you pay your half, we do our half, and we all get along. But for our generation, it's a little
back in the day, we called that going Dutch.
bit harder because see,
Is that what the Dutch do? Is that why we call it that? You know what? I'm going to look up that saying. You ever do that before? Just look up little quotes we say and figure out what's the origin of it. Why do they say going Dutch? We say things and we don't never think about why we say it.
are caught in the middle. We have been taught by the older generations to date like them. So the men are looking for women like their grandmothers. I want a woman who cooks, who cleans, who holds it down in the bedroom, who does all.
How do we skip mom? So grandma does it, but mom don't?
All of those things, but they're not men like their grandfathers, where they could hold down a single income, go to work all day, and then come home. So they want.
Bills were different back then as well. I remember I was talking to my father, and I remember when me and the mother of my child, we got our first apartment. He was so like, mind you, right? This is back in 2008. It's way more now, especially in the DMV area. Trust me, it's a lot of people down south wherever you are because they had to leave here because they couldn't afford to stay here. It costs. And I remember we was in the apartment and he was talking about the price, and he was like, man, 1 bedroom. We had a 1 bedroom. That's right. It was me, her mother, and then the crib was in that one room. But it was like a nice size. It was nice, big, spacious 1 bedroom. And so I remember him saying to me, long story short, how he, him and my mother did work, right? But, we had a 2 and a 3 bedroom apartment for I think he said for like $250 a month. We are talking about a time back when gas was like, what, $1.12 a gallon or something? You see? It was different. So I do believe that the fluctuation of economy will make a huge difference in how all of this plays out. So let's just keep going. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
Want us to do all the traditional things, but then they need a 2-income household as well. So it becomes a very difficult kind of conversation. I'm not letting them listen. I'm not talking about biggie money.
Hold on now. There's some good men out here who got plenty of paper and do everything.
Well,
you said it's not. We don't want to do both. Now it's a lot of us that do everything.
Listen, most men cannot do in today's economy. Most men cannot do a single income home. It takes in this society 2 incomes nowadays for most people to hold things down.
We're talking about in Atlanta?
I'm talking about.
Honestly speaking, his facial expression, it shows the disconnection. How do you not know that? She said she didn't say the average celebrity. She didn't say the average person making over $250,000 a year. She said the average person. Why do you have a surprised look? Why is that hard to believe? The average person does need a 2-income household. Average. She didn't say the rare few. I don't know why he's shocked. Why are you surprised about that?
About all over the country, the average income, especially in Atlanta, right now we are the #1 city for inflation. So when you
he tripping 2 incomes is common. Exactly. Not to mention, again, like I always said, bruh, what if something goes wrong with what you got going on? So now the house got to be put up on foreclosure, or we got to get a lien, whatever it might be, refinance. I don't know, because she don't have nothing coming in. And that's why I always say, it's just weird, that whole mindset. Like, why would you not want more money in the house? I don't understand. Like, what's the problem with more money in the house? Now, I get it, fellas. Trust me when I tell you, I know. Smitty, no, it ain't the money, it's the headspace. I get that. But at the end of the day, what about the bill space? You know, like that space that you need to pay the bills? What about that space? Let's go.
Talk about just the idea of home ownership. Most people are being priced out of being able to live in this city where they grew up. And so it's a really interesting perspective because right now we need
big facts. And DC has been gentrified. It's a whole lot of people who live in DC who did not grow up there. Most people that you come across in DC not from DC. Literally, we're like the actual Redskins. That's right. Like, don't you know how like Native Americans, like you just started seeing less and less of them as like, I guess the, you know, cowboys, Europeans, whatever took over. And like, they just started like, you just don't see them like that no more. That's right. You'll see more license plates and tags from everywhere in the world. You didn't used to see that all the time at Max. You'll see like New York, Philly, definitely VA. You'll see that, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But yeah, it's different, and it costs so much. The people who originally lived in DC, like my peoples, I'm from DC. I'm from Uptown, Northwest, Petworth area, from Georgia Avenue, all of that. Howard U. I can walk down the street, literally the Howard U. I can walk right on down Georgia, and be right there. I'm off Delafield and Varnum, right around Clark Elementary. For those who know, that's where I grew up. Right around Clark Elementary. I used to play at that big ass circle for anybody who knows. And them houses over there running right now, my grandmother's house, my uncle still owns it. Do you know how much them white people be offering? Like 1.2 million something. They be offering millions. It's in the millions, not hundreds of thousands. And it's a teeny ass house off Delafield in Kansas in Northwest DC. It's a small house. It's teeny. They want like 1 million for it. So yeah, but guess what? Guess who try and buy it? White folks. My uncle refused to sell it because, you know, that's, you know, it's landmark, it's antique, you know, there's many memories in that house. So he ain't giving it up. Yeah, they do. They will price you out. Most people that lived out there, they don't live there no more. It's a whole new group. Foreigners and everything else. It's not the same.
2 people. We need 2 incomes and sometimes 3 and 4 with part-time jobs to be able to hold down a household. And so what happens is you have women who are saying, listen, I cannot go to work all day and then come home and take care of kids, do homework, swing from the chandeliers at night, and then get up all over the next day to do it all over by myself. I need your help. And a lot of men go, oh, but my grandmother could do that.
I've been having these conversations with my friends that are all in the mid-40s.
I don't know, Lola, if you still listening when she said, but my grandmother could do that. And for anybody listening, did grandmas back then really have to do as much? Because, you know, I really don't know because I was a kid at the time and all I did was play and eat grandma's food and go shopping with her and have fun. What do you mean? Okay, so grandma knew how to. Considering most of our grandmothers stayed at home, my grandmother didn't. She worked for the Pentagon. Yeah, my mother worked for the government, so did my grandma. So considering most grandmothers stayed home, do you think that most grandmas, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so do you think most grandmas from back in the day, if we just transported them into the day, do you think that they would make it? Do you think that they would know how to keep up and, you know, still do what it do? That's what I wonder. Really? Yeah. See, it's crazy. Both of my grandmas worked. My grandfather was a baker on my father's side. Granddad was a baker. Grandma, she did some kind of office work as well. I forgot what it was. It was something, some kind of like charity corporation. It was kind of church, like it was like a slight little something grandma used to do. My grandmother on my mother's side, she worked for the Pentagon out in VA, the Pentagon, for like 50 something years, man. Before she retired and passed away, rest in peace. So you say no, right? See, that's what I'm saying. Like if we transported the grandmas, so I know we're saying they were so strong, and we do. I give credit to that, but that's what I wonder. If we took them and put them in today, would they make it? If we took granddad from back then and put him in today, would he be able to make it? And I'm not talking about like knowing how to fix things and do stuff around the house. I'm talking about how just everything is shifted. Mentality, mind state, what you can say, what you can't say, how you fill out job applications, everything. Look, the price of the influx of food. Can you imagine taking them people back, remembering when bread was like 89 cents? Now you telling them it's $3.25, they're going to flip their wig. Might have a heart attack in the aisle. Somebody help granddad clean up in aisle 5.
Very successful women, and then their men are one foot on one way of thinking and the other foot on the other. They want all the benefits of all that stuff. And if you're working as hard as your man or more and contributing 50% or more, are you less motivated to then be that freak in the bedroom and be that enthusiastic cook every day and clean the house as well when you're working just as much as your man contributing to the house? Do you think that's fair? Do you ever think about it like that? Because
I've never been.
Now, in the same breath, if that man is the one solely doing everything, do you think he still got the energy to come home and give you some good D and make sure that he has the mental headspace capacity to listen to you talk about what you and your girlfriends was talking about all day, or whatever it may be, or what went on with your day? My point is that I speak of balance. You listen, we could talk about it being all the way one way or all the way the other way. The fact is that somebody's going to lose in that. Thus, the relationship disperses. Balance. It has to be reciprocated. That's why I like the fountain analogy. You know, like the fountain where like pours, go into a cup, that cup pours, go into a cup, pour down to the lake. What is the lake? The lake is everything you all have. I'm right there pouring into you. And when you pour it back into the lake, that goes right back to me. Thus, it goes right back to you, and the cycle continues. Thus, we're never empty. We're always full. And we always have more to give and pour into. I don't understand why that's not, you know, kind of like, to me personally, no brainer. I want to pour into you so you have more than enough to give back. It's not a tit for tat. It's just the cycle. It's a reciprocation. Let's go. Let me see. Just say, bro, stop being jail. Men will still have good, but not, oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, Lola.
Been in that situation.
well, you're very
I've
successful.
always been, but no, I'm not very, I'm regular.
Well, you're not regular.
I'm
you think
not,
you're regular?
I'm always going to be like that. I'm always going to be super humble spirit.
Well, humble, but the reality is that you do well for yourself financially.
I'm
Correct?
okay.
Right. So there's a lot of, I mean, this is not a male bashing show. I just want to be very clear about that. And that's not what this conversation will ever be. But again, like I do think some men want to have their cake and eat it too.
Let's unpack that a little bit, right?
And that's okay. That's okay. Some men, you can say that. So what? What's wrong with you saying some men? Okay, I see you laying down, sir. You all right? You done running around? You good? Okay, cool. Everybody say hello to Michi. That's Michi.
And I understand it, but let's talk about post-pandemic, of course. A lot of things happened in the pandemic that a lot of people weren't prepared for. And I think you, Dr. Spirit, could perhaps give some perspective on it. I do think that, to that point, Jamal, that a lot of women, you know, do feel that way. And you have a lot of successful women in a city like Atlanta and across the country. Black women tend to outpace brothers in the sense of their success, their income, all of those things. But the question becomes, how do you balance?
My mother made more than my father. I'm gonna keep saying it, but you'd have never known that if you came to my crib. You'd have never known my mom made more than my dad, because it wasn't about that. It was about cooperation. It was about what do we need to do collectively on each end to make sure that the house stays running. That's it. They didn't complicate it. They didn't overthink it. Simple. What do me and you have to put the house together and keep it together? And they did that, and they were successful at it.
I mean, if you are going to work, sometimes I think, and I like alpha females, but I think that sometimes there becomes a bit of an issue when
What is that? And why did our grandmothers, our mother, why did I never hear that growing up? Again, I always used to hear, you're a strong woman. You're a capable woman. Yeah, strong and capable. I always used to hear that about my grandmother. Grandma's so strong, man. She, grandma's strong. She fight through anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. I'm not saying that I don't, like the title. I just don't understand the title. That's it. I've been trying to, that's one thing I have been studying for a bit. Third eye's not open on that one just yet. I think it's kind of like, it's just like just waking up. I think it's still,
You're trying to create your own internal dynamic in your household, right? And I think that, there's a lot where the disrespect can kind of become overwhelming because of the outside media influences, and I would ask you, I know you're an influencer in a significant way. I mean, what are you looking for? Do you feel like as a woman that, you could make more money than your significant other and it still be okay?
Well, in my case, I dated someone who wasn't successful. I was the girl who was holding the man down. And that doesn't work out every time. I feel like, but it's signs to that though. Like, it's a lot of red flags. Of course, if a man is too willing to receive from a woman, like take from a woman, I just feel like he's using that woman. It's just a fine line. But it's kind of, I guess that situation scarred me. Honestly, I don't want a man who needs me. I don't want a man who needs me. I want to be able to just love him. I want him to be 100% him, and I need to be 100% me. Like I said, I'm taking this time off to make sure that I'm good for him, because I can't say, hey, I want an amazing man, but I'm not an amazing woman. I'm making sure that I'm looking in the mirror and looking at my reflection, regardless of how ugly it is, or with scars that I have, I'm willing to heal myself.
Do you think your girlfriends are like that? Or
that right there, I like that. I absolutely can respect that. Because now I get what she's saying on that part. Now, I'm really noticing how there really is a very different thought process of how all of this goes. So how I've always known things to be is we just do for each other. Like, if you do for me, you do for me, and I do for you, do for you. It's just a continuous, I get you a gift, you get me a gift, whatever it might be. You treat this time, I treat that time, whatever it might be. Sometimes we go in, sometimes it's all me, whatever it might be. Well, I would like it to be most of the time it's all me personally. But my whole thing is that, all right, so in my belief system, right, there's something called don't block another person's barakas, like blessings. Don't block their blessings, right? So it's like this. If somebody wants to do something for you and it's genuine, and you take it as it's a genuine, honest, sincere form of consideration, right? You don't block that person's blessings. For me to be like, nah, I don't want you to do that for me. You're trying to do, whether you want to call it good deed, charity, whatever it might be. So I do have a belief system, and that's why I personally, a lot of times, I could kind of feel some kind of way where I'm like, I want to do something for you, but a person won't let you. Why? Because it's not about necessarily you in its entirety. I'm doing something for you because I want to, but I'm also doing it because my reward is the blessings that I can get. My reward is added on to possibly when my book is read at the end. So that can happen as well. So everybody has different headspaces on how this works. And that's why you just need to make sure that you are aligned with the person who thinks is how you do. That's all. You see? So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get back to it and finish out the last bit of this video. And then I got to go ahead and kick rocks. I got some things to get into today. All right. Just taking care of business. Shit.
For the other women that you may know, because when we have these conversations, obviously there are trains of thought that we know are out there. And a lot of times we're not being very honest about what the train of thought is. I
I
mean,
have friends who have.
you all might be different, but you know, a lot of women.
One of those crowns I have here.
Whoa. 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 Let's get back to it.
Don't hold your friends accountable. And if you just go and co-sign their BS, you're not helping your friend grow and be a better person.
Right.
So if my friends are violating and thinking, like, again, even when if a woman says that same, you know, I need a man that has this, that, and the other, and they're not bringing anything to the table, sis, you're out of pocket.
Yeah.
Because you can't be one-sided. And that goes for men and women. It's the same thing to me. You know, I see a lot of people that are bringing nothing and they demand the utmost of
Right.
everything. Men and women as well.
But I don't think men can take it. I don't think they can take not being the man in the relationship, the one that's holding it down. I have a friend, sorry to put her business out, but I have a friend that she's more successful than her guy. And he always say little things like, oh, when you...
What's more successful? So we gotta think about the words we use. What you mean she got more clout, like just more people know her. She's in the spotlight more and she maybe makes more money. That has nothing to do with being successful, because success has everything to do with what you strive for. That man could be way more successful in what he does and doesn't have as many eyes on him and doesn't make as much money. That's also possible. What is success? What is the metric of it? What is the beginning and what is the end of success? So how do you measure that? And if we can't measure it, then how do you say someone is more than the other? How? What do you mean more successful? What degree, career? And whatever it is that man got going on, apparently she looks at him as some form of success in what he does because she's with him. I don't think she would get with a man that's just completely unsuccessful in anything. So we have to learn how to take people for who they are. As far as like, what do you consider, what are your highlights? So you saying, like, for example, I mean, some people I could probably say, right? My mom was more successful than my dad. Why? Because she made more money and worked for the government. And my dad was a chef. My dad was extremely phenomenal at his career. He was highly successful in his career. So are they just both successful in what it is that they strived for? That's all. That's just the question. Let's go.
You know, when you do this, you probably gonna leave me. You probably gonna, you know what I mean? He always on guard, feeling like you feel like you don't need me, or it's always a really insecurity in him not having more money than her, even though she loves him.
But does she, so, and I understand that, but is it something that she's putting out there at the forefront, or is it just him running with how he feels because he simply, you know, is insecure?
I feel that it's insecurity.
Okay, and the only reason I said that is, and I mean, I think Dr. Spirit, you perhaps can elaborate on it. There are some women who, for instance, I know of a woman who pretty much would talk to her man, and he was exemplifying the color purple. He was Celie in this situation, so to speak. And she would talk to him very harshly and in public. And I think that, you know, the dynamics of the relationship were going to be tough for them to stay together. And I mean, apparently recently they just kind of, you know, he moved out. But I think that, you know, sometimes it's a little hard depending on that interaction, if it's not really, you know, a clear understanding, you know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be just because you're making more money, obviously, because sometimes at different points you might be.
5,000 years. Now that's pretty dope. Let's go ahead and get through this commercial. We almost there, y'all. Oh, we are there. Salute to the family. Well, no, yes, that was definitely a dope discussion. That was a dope discussion. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna hit us with a nice little outro. Get us on up out the door while I go ahead and make a few calls real quick, so we can all get our day going. I just wanted to go ahead and give us something nice nice and cool and chill for the morning. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. So let me see. How are we? You know what? Yeah, we're going to end it off on this one right here. Yeah, we're going to take this one. Whoever sticks around, it's because it's meant for you to hear this. It's meant for you to hear this. You're supposed to be here right now. No bullshit. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. You all have a wonderful day. Much respect to the family.
You've just moved beyond what most people spend their entire lives searching for. Think about it for a second. The spiritual journey so many are obsessed with, the constant striving for enlightenment and awakening, that's not the goal. That's just the door you've walked through. What happens next, once the awakening ends, is where the real transformation begins. And the strange part? No one talks about what comes after. No one tells you how different life is when you're on the other side. You're not in the process of awakening anymore. You're free. There will be many unexpected, strange experiences that happen when your spiritual awakening ends. The things no one warns you about, but they're essential for your journey. The things no one warns you about, but they're essential for your journey. Because after awakening, things don't get easier. They just get real. You'd expect that after an intense spiritual awakening, life would continue to be dramatic, constantly filled with signs, synchronicities, and revelations. But one of the strangest things that happens, it all quiets down. Suddenly, everything feels calm, even a little empty. You might be asking yourself, where did the energy go? Where's the excitement, the breakthroughs? But this calm, it's not a sign that you're losing your spiritual connection. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's a sign that you've integrated everything. You've leveled up. This period of calm can be confusing, even unsettling. You might feel like you're missing something, or worse, like you're falling backward. But in reality, this quietness is proof that your spirit has settled into its new vibration. There's no more need for external chaos to shake you up because you've already done the work. Now, you're learning how to be, not to seek, but to exist in alignment. The storm was necessary to shake things up. The calm is where true power is found. Your spirit may be free, but your body is still catching up. After your spiritual awakening ends, something strange happens. You start to notice changes in your physical body. It's as if the body lags behind, processing everything at a slower rate. You might find yourself feeling more energetic, more alive than ever before. But other times, you may experience sudden fatigue. What's really happening? Think about it. Your body is the physical vessel for the spirit. And even though your spirit has ascended and evolved, your body takes time to adjust. Your body takes time to adjust. You're literally recalibrating your physical form to match your new energetic vibration. It's no surprise that during this time, you might experience things like spontaneous changes in diet, sleep patterns, or even physical appearance. Maybe you notice your skin looking clearer or your posture improving, as if your body is responding to this higher frequency.